A huge plume of smoke. What are you learning?
Yeah, hey guys, definitely a very active scene out here. You can see those flames. It's really, really hot out here because you can feel those flames behind me. I'm gonna step out of the frame, we can show you. You can see the fire is really, really burning. I mean, driving in from this location, you can see it from miles and miles away. I know, Sarah, you mentioned that it was a potentially new builds, and that is exactly what it is. It's actually an apartment complex under construction right there. Those plumes, again, going miles and miles up into the air. Lots of smoke in this area. Charlotte Fire currently on scene. Trying to work. You can see them in the distance spraying, trying to get this fire under control. But again, these flames are very aggressive, and they are burning quite hot and quite fast. And obviously, with a new build with apartments, and obviously you have to think about those raw materials like wood and lumber. Definitely some insulation that can be used in the walls. So it's a lot of things that could fuel that fire. Now, again, we just got on scene. We're working to learn more as this kind of is under investigation. We don't know a whole lot right now what led to this, but we do know that people are out here in full force. The roads on Barclay Downs are kind of shut down right now, so if you're driving in this area, please take a different direction. Charlotte and Fire and Medic are out here directing traffic to a different area, but still very, very active scene right now. You can see as we point over here, these roads right here are also closed down around the Southpark Mall. So if you're driving in this area, maybe take a different direction as of now, but you can see the ladder is currently up spraying those flames, that water. Again, you can maybe even see some of those materials flying from the building, a lot of different pieces of wood and foam, even the building itself on the very top, if I don't know if you can see, but some of it is crashing down currently. Those flames extremely strong. Again, we are working to learn more, but we will make sure to update you with what we know as we continue to try to figure out exactly what led to this. But until then, we'll be out here live all day trying to bring you the latest. Sarah?
Hey, Austin, so before you got to the scene, we heard some reports that people in the area were hearing explosions. Are you hearing anything like that?
So I don't think we're hearing an explosion per se, but I think we're hearing that wood kind of crash off of the building onto the ground. That's kind of those loud bangs you could be hearing. Again, we don't really hear the explosions though. But again, as we just got on scene, we're trying to learn more exactly. We'll be talking to Charlotte Fire pretty soon, hopefully, trying to get some information on how they're fighting this fire. Obviously, those flames, very aggressive, but we'll make sure to update you with the latest. And but again, Charlotte Fire currently on scene, trying to put those flames out, and hundreds of people out here taking videos, taking photos, and that's the best way we can tell the story as well. If you can safely do so and you're around this area and you see those flames, please send them into WCNC on our mobile app or email them to us to our newsroom, because we'd love to see those photos and kind of show exactly what you're looking at so everyone else can stay informed and stay safe at this time.
And Austin, I know you just got to the scene. We see a lot of people around you. I'm guessing they were evacuated from office buildings around there. That fire looks awfully close to the building directly behind you. Is there any concern? I know you're waiting to hear from officials, but that these other buildings that aren't part of the construction site could catch on fire as well?
Yeah, so we exactly don't know. We know that people were obviously evacuated because we can see them out here in their business clothes and business attire. But as you can see, yes, very, very close to some of these other buildings. I know there's a building right in front of it, and it's, I would say, 100 feet close to that second building. So there obviously is a concern that those flames could reach other buildings, but as you can see, Charlotte Fire is working pretty diligently to spray those flames with water, get that under control. But it just seems that these flames are growing, even with all the water being put on it, because again, there is a little bit of wind in the air, and wind obviously stokes flames, and that makes it harder. It gives those flames oxygen to then breathe and grow. But I don't know if in the last few seconds, the top part of that new build has actually fallen just a little bit even more, and you can hear those crashings that are coming to the ground, which can show you maybe that's why some people have been experiencing some sort of maybe explosion type sounds off and on throughout them fighting this fire. Sarah?
So if you're just joining us again, we believe this is new construction behind the USI building at Fairview and Barclay Downs in that area, and you want to definitely
if you're out and about, which a lot of people are for lunch, avoid this area.
Yeah, one of the things, in this construction, there's a lot of framework, wooden framework, so that is so flammable. I think that, in new construction like that.
Oh, there it goes.
There's a framework. You can see some of that collapsing right now. This is at least a 3-alarm fire. That's a massive fire. Avoid the SouthPark area. All emergency vehicles are still going there, getting there. If you have to drive near there, you can take Sharon Lane away from SouthPark. You can get over to Park Road and head in those directions around the mall, but I would not go to the mall with the amount of emergency vehicles there, the fire, and the people who are in that area. And I'm sure that many of those homes have been evacuated nearby because there are a lot of apartments, condos around that area. Ben Thompson joins us right now. You're aware that that is a highly populated area, a big business area out there at Southpark Mall.
For people who are vaguely familiar with the area, we are talking about Fairview Lane. This is just across from, say, Nordstrom within SouthPark. There's a number of businesses in this area, doctor's offices. There's a bunch of doctor's offices in this area, in addition to other apartment buildings. So this is, like much of Charlotte, an area that is exploding in growth, and you have all sorts of new construction happening in this area.